guys, Mickey here, Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Well, I hope this finds you well. I hope you're having an awesome day wherever you are in this world and you're enjoying yourself. So, some bad news, some reasonable news, and some... what can we do? So, let's get on to this and start this thing. Hexamine. Hexamine is illegal in the UK. It has been banned, and I will explain everything in a minute. Firstly, what I would like to say is I put out a video yesterday, or a short ranting, because I'd seen an article on TV and it upset me, because the headlines to the article were bad. The article itself was very, very good in its own way, and the presenters were fair. However, there was a headline there which really got my goat, because again, people in the UK, or people around the world, whenever we say prepper, the media seem to want to show us as a bunch of crazy people, to be honest with you. In actual fact, this article, when I actually went back and watched it again and watched it a bit more carefully and used my brain instead of my heart, yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was just the headline was poor, and also some of the imagery, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So the gov.uk prepper website, I suggest you go and have a look. Okay, if you're interested in prepping, or you're interested in getting into prepping, go and have a look. There is some very good advice. At no point does it mention the end of the world. It's quite practical, it's quite sensible, and as I say, there is actually some very good advice on there, and it makes a lot of sense. If I was running the UK, I would make it law that everybody is prepared, because again, it gives the ability to give the help where it's genuinely needed. Emergencies, they happen, they come out the blue, wallop, they hit you. If you take where I live, 800,000 people suddenly all need help. Everybody's putting their hand up, and you've got to be able to prioritise those that genuinely need to be helped first, and those that can manage. And I would rather be in that list of those that can manage. In fact, I would like to be in that list of people that go, we're all good, go do what you got to do, look after those that really need it, because we can manage. Okay, it's a triage system. And for those of you that say, oh yeah, but the government's got responsibility, right, just remember this: in an emergency situation, your backup, your help is going to be volunteers, police, ambulances, fire brigades, possibly military, who all have family. Okay, so think what you would do if you were in their situation. And I'm not saying that they're all going to bottle it and run away, because no, there will be some dedicated people that won't. But you've got to look at it like that, and you've got to look at the population. Who do you help first? Who do you go to first? And if you are somebody that needs to be high on that list, go and look at the website and find out how to put yourself further up that list so that they know to come and help you first. Right, that's enough of that. I suggest people go and look at it. Let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff, but let me know in the comments, what do you think? Have you looked at the website? Do you think it's fear-mongering? Do you think it's scaremongering? Or do you think for the uninitiated, it is some good advice? For those of us that have been prepping for years, you might well look at it and go, oh, I know all that. Okay, it's not aimed at you, it's aimed at those that don't know. Right, hexamine. This again is something that annoys me. Okay, and I'll get into why I'm annoyed afterwards, but I need to get this information out there firstly. Right, I've also done a short, stuck this up, because I do think it's important that people are warned, people know things. If you're going to create a law, ban something, make something illegal to be owned or have, you need to tell people, especially if it's something that's been quite legal, very popular for people to buy, store, keep for emergencies for years. Because there are going to be thousands of people in the UK that have some put by for emergencies, and I'm talking about hexamine. Okay, stable fuel source, stores for years, great reliable, special. Any ex-British squaddy probably sit there and go, well, smell of hexamine always makes me feel comfortable. because it meant you were getting a brew and that. It's now illegal to own. Okay, I'll explain to you. Bad people used it as an additive to explosives. Okay, that's what's happened. So, under the Poisons and Explosives Act of 1972, which was amended in October of 2023, okay, it is now against the law in the UK to own or possess, is how they put it, to possess, use or supply hexamine in any concentration. Okay, so in any concentration means the smallest amount. Doesn't matter if you've got it mixed with something. In any concentration, it's illegal. It is against the law to have it, use it, possess it, or supply it. Okay, and I'll add supply it as an interesting comment. Okay, because it is classified as an explosive substance. Now, if you have an explosives license, which you can apply for, you can go onto the website and apply for an explosive license. You can buy it, own it, supply it, possess it, use it. Okay, as long as you're supplying it to somebody that has an explosives license. As a bugger, that really is. It annoys me, the fact that I don't mind. It's not so much it being banned and made illegal that annoys me. It's the lack of information saying it's illegal. Okay, because I wasn't aware of that. Luckily enough for me, I was down to my last block of hexamine. Okay, and I've used it. I've gone outside, made a brew, got rid of it. I have no hexamine because up to that point I wasn't aware of the law, because nobody had put it out there in such a manner that everybody knew. Okay, so this is me trying to pass that information, and if you know somebody that's got it, know somebody that's using it, okay, know somebody who's supplying it, maybe just say to them, guys, go and have a look at the law pertaining to this, because again, people are going to get into trouble without actually knowing. Now, we all know how the law works, okay, and yeah, innocent people get caught up in it. And under UK rules and regulations, it's not the responsibility of the supplier or the government to tell you it's illegal. It's up to you to keep yourself up to date. Yeah, so I'm going to be busy today, I've got to look into the legality of a ballpoint pen, because I've had these for years and I don't know if they've been banned. They might have been banned. Better check. Oh, blimey. Blue caps off of aerosols. I better check whether they've been banned yet or whether they're illegal, because I don't want to get caught out. Oh, bugger me. Horseshoes. Got loads of horseshoes. I better check on the legality of horseshoes. That's the problem. Okay? So, that's how we get caught out. That's how innocent people get caught out, and unfortunately, under the eyes of the law, ignorance is no defence. So, I would like to just get it out there so that people, or friends of mine, subscribers, and other people that don't know, find out. And I have Gary to thank for this. Gary got hold of me. Funnily enough, I just seen and said to Kaz, an article on here says like hexamine's illegal. I'm going to have to look into that today. And then Gary sent an email to Kaz saying, Kaz, is Mick aware hexamine apparently is illegal? And I thought, maybe that's a poke in the ribs to me. I better go and have a look. And sure as eggs are eggs, as I can find at the moment on the up-to-date government website, hexamine is illegal. It's banned. It's classed as an explosive item. If you don't have an explosives license, it is illegal for you to own it, possess it, or supply it. Which is bloody annoying, because it was a good fuel source. It was a brilliant emergency fuel source for a survival kit, for a backup kit, and so on. It was readily available. It's fairly cheap. And this is the thing I have to say as well. It is still readily available. I've just done a very, very quick Google search and I've found 5 places that are still supplying it. Okay, and I'm not going to say who they are or anything like that because I don't want to get anybody into trouble. But I found it's readily available, and I've even found a couple of camping stores where it's still available. Okay, whether it's sold as hexamine fuel or whether it's sold as Esbit, whether it's sold as Coolgans, it's still available, and it's still hexamine. Okay, now that doesn't mean things like the dragon gel and that are illegal, and I don't think that this has been brought in to push dragon gel as an eco fuel or anything like that. I think it's just purely and simply that this substance was found combined with something else to make an explosive device, and under the Terrorism Act they changed the law, or they brought it into that list of dangerous items. God, I'm starting to rant now. So what does that leave me? Well, that leaves me unable to use hexamine, unable to source hexamine, unable to get any more hexamine, so that leaves me looking for alternatives. Chance to do a video there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a month or so doing some research into alternatives to hexamine, legal, safe alternatives that you could either make, produce, supply, gain, acquire, to use as a legal alternative. So what am I looking for there? I'm looking for something that's shelf stable, ignites reasonably easy, burns for a reasonable amount of time, produces the right amount of heat. So yeah, it's going to take a bit of research and a bit of playing, but that's where we'll go with that, and hopefully in about a month's time I'll be able to come up with some alternatives for you guys that will work, that will be good kit. So you won't be seeing me using hexamine on my channel anymore unless they make a change to the law. And the only suggestion I can make there is if enough people were to contact their MP, maybe, doubtfully, but maybe we can get a change to the law. Okay, because again, again, what can I say? Yeah, it's hexamine. You use it on a Hexi stove. There's a lot of people out there now that have got a Hexi stove that are going to be looking at it going, bugger, I've got a stove I can't use. Okay, yeah, so that's where we go with that. And I know some of my viewers overseas are going to be laughing your asses off at this. Okay, but again, it happens, guys. What can we do? We adapt, we overcome. Yeah, guys, that's Mickey, Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Stay safe, stay good, comply with the law, don't get yourselves into trouble. Yeah, love those you do, forgive those you don't, and as always, peace and light be upon you all. This is Mickey, Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff, and definitely leave me a comment. Right, Mickey out.